The sealed portion, chapter 99, verse 50 through 82. And in the beginning of our mortal lives, our natures were trustworthy and given to love and forgiveness and tenderness and mercy. Yea, nothing compareth in spiritual satisfaction than the smile and attitude of a child. Behold, a child is prone to the growth and to love, which it instinctively pursueth, enticed by the spirit within the flesh. And while the needs of the flesh were being met, we remained in this state. Nevertheless, when these needs are thwarted and are not fulfilled, then we seek by whatever means we might find available to satisfy these needs. And thus doeth the innocence of human nature turn selfish and self-serving, and the fruits of the flesh began to manifest themselves in our search for the fulfillment of these lower needs. And in the pursuit of these needs, we lose the innocence that we once had as a child, and the cycle of our misery and destruction followeth in the constant need to satisfy these lower needs of the flesh. Yea, war and murder and deceit and lies and lasciviousness and all manner of sin began to overcome the spirit because of the desire of the flesh to be satiated. And these things are contrary to the happiness of the flesh, which spirit desireth. Salakia. And these things are contrary to the happiness of our spirit, which spirit desireth peace and happiness and love. Yea, a man doeth not sin to be happy, but he sinneth only to satisfy the needs of the flesh. And when the needs of the flesh are satisfied, then he feeleth a moment of joy in the satisfaction of his fleshly need. But afterwards he is left empty and again desireth the satisfaction of the flesh, because this temporary happiness is all that he knoweth and understand. Nevertheless, this spirit constantly yearneth for fulfillment. Yea, it desireth to be loved by others and accepted and appreciated for what it offereth to those who love and accept this man. Now, these are the higher needs of the spirit, even that a man be loved and accepted by others. And if this man, in a desire to satisfy the needs of his flesh, is involved with others who have the same desire, then there is a bond created, or a love generated between them that fulfill the need of the spirit. Therefore, there existeth a bond between a parent and a child in the satisfying of these needs. But as a child groweth, the needs of the spirit remain, and the child searcheth for the fulfillment of these needs. And for this reason, the child of man divides himself into families and communities and cities and nations, wherein the need for love and belonging is satisfied. But when they have divided themselves in this manner, then they began to place the needs of their own family, their own community, their own cities, and their own nations above the same needs of other families and other communities and other cities and other nations. And in this way do the wars, contentions begin among the children of men. And when the children of men have satisfied the desires their hearts, Salakia, and when the children of men have satisfied the desire of their hearts to belong to a group or a club or a gang, which have desires like unto their own, yea, when they are comfortable therein, then they began to seek to satisfy the needs to be recognized above others or acknowledged in some special way that alloweth them to stand out in their group, thus assuring themselves to their own worth. And now, this is the reason that children of men seek for the honor and the glories and the power of the world. For behold, they have been convinced by the very nature of their desires for self-realization that in order for them to be accepted and recognized as an individual, they must be exalted above another, showing forth their value and thereby justifying their existence. Behold, for this reason the children of men seek after the fine things of the world, and money, and those things which would define them as rich and prosperous. And when they are rich, then they can look down upon the poor and further exalt themselves above another, so that they might feel good about themselves. And after this spiritual need of acceptance and belonging is met, even when a man feeleth that he is accepted and honored within the group of which he belongeth, then it beginneth his desire to be loved. Yea, the spirit have the need to be convinced that which it doeth is righteous and good, and is accepted as righteous and good by those from whom it seeketh this love. And now, after all these lower needs are met, and or when a man hath gained for himself a security in the things of the flesh, and also a security that he is loved and accepted by others, then he shall be left unto himself to find out his true nature, or the desires of happiness that determine who he truly is. And it is in this state, when a man bringeth to search for the promptings of the Spirit within him, or in other words, it is in this state of security that he seeketh for the reason of his creation, or why he exists. Now these promptings of self-realization are fruits of the Spirit. For behold, our spirits were created in the image of our Father, Galatians 5:22. And when we were created, we began to experience the effects of our creation, or we began to grow in knowledge and experience. And since we were born of God, then it must needs be that we become like him. And it is this thing that our spirit whispereth to us all the days of our life. Behold, again I say unto you, this is life eternal, that ye know the only wise and true God, and Jesus Christ, who he hath sent. He who have wisdom, let him understand. And now, my beloved brothers and sisters, the essence of the gospel of Jesus Christ is that ye know the Father. And in all the works of Christ he hath pointed us to the Father, giving glory to the Father in all things. And the commandments of Christ, which were given unto us by the commandments of our Father, is that we should all have the opportunity to know him. But in order to know him, we must first satisfy the needs of the flesh, as well as the needs of the Spirit, as I have explained them unto you. And for this reason, when the Father cometh in the glory, when the Lord cometh, Salakia, in the glory of the Father, and dwelleth among the children of men upon the earth during the last 1,000 years, he shall provide for all the needs of the flesh, and also the needs of the Spirit, that all might have an equal and fair opportunity to realize who they are, and that which are their true desires of happiness. And the Lord shall give food and clothing and shelter freely to all the inhabitants of the earth, according to the laws that he shall establish throughout the land. And the need for sex shall be taken away from all those who are not worthy of this blessing, which blessing is reserved for those who seek to use it to selfishly serve others by providing the materials necessary for the body of the children of God. And when this fleshly need have been guaranteed unto us, then shall the Lord exalt those who have been abased, and abase those who have exalted themselves above another. And there shall exist no inequality among the inhabitants of the earth, for all shall see the Lord, who have all the power of the Father, and they shall witness this example among them. Seal portion, chapter 99, 50, and 82. This is Blessed by Yah, saying I love you and have a wonderful day.